Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cast.
Welcome back.
We got the OGs here today. It's Justin.
And Nick.
So today we kind of have a special episode. I am playing in the Columbus Brewhammer this weekend, and I think we'll have about 40 players doing a little 8-hour drive down to Columbus. And I asked Nick, I'm bringing my 1-drop Ironjaws, and I said, Nick, bring me your worst, the filthiest, the dirtiest list you can. I need the practice.
So I did exactly that.
Yeah.
I'm no stranger to filthy lists, so I brought a Stormcast list that has all the degenerate stuff. I couldn't squeeze in any extra fulminators, so that was a little bit disappointing.
Oh, so sad.
But I've got plenty of damage, and I've got the things that everybody hates in the meta right now. So.
Yeah. So I figure if I can beat this list, I can beat anything. And then we also figure one way or the other, this video will be done quickly tonight.
So we've actually got a few people going down to the Columbus tournament, and the results from that tournament we'll post in our Discord as they come in. Justin will already be playing the tournament by the time you guys see this video, and so we'll make sure those results show up. But good luck to everybody going down there, and good luck to everybody playing there.
I'm not going to be losing. It's at a brewery. I win no matter what happens. So
a brewery with food trucks showing up.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a bad time.
It's going to be a good time. Do you want to tell us about that degenerate list?
Yeah, let's get into it. So my list tonight is a 1-drop in Hallowed Knights. I've got the Knight Draconis as a general, a Lord Relictor with the Translocation Prayer, and Guard a Steel Soul to give me that 5-up bubble. The Draconis has the Arcane Tome, and he's got the Thundershock lore spell to go with that. He's also got the command trait of Master of Magic, so he's going to be able to reroll those spells and reroll his Unbinds as well. And he's got the Celestial Instincts mount trait, so he's going to be able to retreat and charge in combat. I've got 2 units of Stormgreat Guard and 2 units of Liberators for my battle line. And I've got a unit of 6 Vanguard Raptors with long strike crossbows. So between the Knight Draconis and the long strikes and my Thunderbolt Volley Holy Command, I'm going to be able to do a lot of shooting in the hero phase and see what I can take off pretty quickly, which I'm going to need to do against a terrifying Orcs list from Justin.
So tonight I am bringing my 1-drop Ironjaws list. It's my tournament list. I wanted to bring a 1-drop because I think Ironjaws mainly wants to go second and get the double turn. And this way I really can ensure that. Now, in a matchup such as the one I'm going to have tonight against Nick, there might be priority to go first just because stuff is going to get shot off and I want to get some uses out of it before it dies. But into the list, it's Bloodtoofs. My Triumph is going to be Bloodthirsty. It's just really important for me to get in on these charges. My General is going to be the Mega Boss on Rock Crusher. He's going to be a Hulking Brute. He's going to have the Armor of Gork, so he's going to be a slightly slower. So to make up for that, his mount trait is going to be Fasten. Then I have 2 War Chances, one with Kill a Beat, one with Fix and Beat, and one with Go Get 'em Beat, just to make sure I can have a 3d6 charge once in a while. Then I'm going to have 4 units of Pigs, 3 with the Gore Hackers, and then just 1 with the Pig Iron Choppas. That one is more likely to sit back on my home objectives and have stuff come into it, so I wanted a couple more attacks that way. And then I'm filling it out with a unit of Brutes, and then a Rogue Idol. The Rogue Idol is kind of my replacement for the second Mega Boss. He doesn't have all the great command abilities, but he does a lot of nice stuff and he stays alive for a while. So I'm excited to see how this list will go. Like I said, it should be a quick game one way or the other. So Nick, are you ready to have some fun?
Let's do it. We've got a big priority roll here to determine who gets to drop first. So good luck, Justin.
Yeah, 6-6. Fiver. That's a tough one.
And I got a 3, so you are going to have the choice if you want to drop first.
I am going to actually play first.
Makes sense.
So tonight we're playing Tectonic interference, which, as you may remember from previous versions, is a lot like shifting objectives. Before we decide priority for each round, we roll a dice, a D3, which will signify which objective is the prime objective. That objective is worth 2, while the others are worth 1 apiece for each round. Other than that, battle tactics completed are worth 2 with all the usual bonuses. The territories are all the way up to the middle, so Savage Spearhead becomes a lot of it easier. But also it benefits, it's only 18 inches between deployments, so it does benefit Alpha Strikes. So my deployment was aggressive across the middle, pretty balanced deployment to be able to get to all the objectives, but also to threaten first turn charges. So it kind of gave me that first turn threat. Nick, what about your deployment?
Well, I really just wanted to minimize what you could go into in turn 1, while keeping my threats, my extremely mobile and extremely long-range threats, capable of doing some things in my turn 1, if you did give me the turn. I didn't want to get blown up immediately, and going, if you do give me the option to go first, I will be able to bubble some out and push forward while getting some damage in on some of your important targets.
Absolutely. Alright, we're going to roll first to determine which objective. Starting from the left side of my deployment will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be closest to Nick's deployment. It's going to be right in the middle. With that roll and the conservative way that Nick has deployed, I am actually going to give him the first turn. I might end up regretting this, as obviously Nick can do a lot of movement and has extremely effective shooting, but moving on to just the objectives and then giving Nick potentially the double didn't seem worth it to me here. So,
all right, so we'll have Stormcast top of turn 1. I'm going to have 2 command points to your 3, and my battle tactic for this first turn is going to be Ferocious Advance. I'm going to select my 3 monsters, so both units of Storm Great Guard and my Knight Draconis are going to be my Ferocious Advance targets, and then I'm going to, for my heroic action, try to get an extra command point with my Knight Draconis. On a 4-up. Got it.
For me, for my heroic action, as surprising as this is going to seem, because it seems like the Maw Crusher is relatively far out, I'm still going to give him Finest Hour. It's so important for him to be around. He's really the queen on my chessboard here, so giving him 1 up again, or a +1 save against the hero phase shooting that Nick has is really very important for me.
Makes sense. In my hero phase proper then, my Knight Draconis is going to attempt to cast Mystic Shield. And going to get that on an 11. Not going to reroll that. And I'll put Mystic Shield on this front unit of dragons. Then going to attempt the Translocate Prayer with the Relictor on a 2-up. Got it. And he's going to translocate the unit of Vanguard Raptors. Then I'll spend the free command point I got from the Knight Draconis to issue Thunderbolt Volley from the Vanguard Raptors, and they are going to shoot in the hero phase, and they are going to put all their shots into your Mega Boss. Yep. So I'm going to have 12 shots, and these are going to be on 3s and 2s. 6s here are 2 mortal wounds each.
That's what the Mega Boss player wants to see.
That is going to be a total of 5 at -2.
5 at -2, because I Finest Houred and I'm on a 3-up, I will be on a 4-up save. I'm going to make 3 of those, so he's going to take 4 damage before his 6-up from the Armor of Gork. And he's going to take 4 damage.
And with that, we can get into movement phase. My movement phase here, I played relatively conservatively. I shelled out with the Liberators to block that objective and take it, and then created a bubble with my dragons out in front. My Knight Draconis is perched on top of the Oculum there to finish the Ferocious Advance with my 3 monsters. But I'm really banking a little bit here on tabling the Mega Boss sufficiently that he's not going to be able to come screaming across the table at me with his movement penalties. So gonna have to do a little bit better in my shooting phase here than I did in the hero phase shooting. So into shooting phase, I've got the Raptors. They've got their 12 shots. I'm going to spend a command point for all out attack.
I'm going to spend a command point for all out defense.
So 12 shots going into the Mega Boss. And these are on 2s and 2s. The 6s here are just mortal wounds, so that's 4 mortal wounds. And 9 at -2.
So these 9 are going to be on 3-ups because of the Finest Hour and the all out defense. So 2 are going to go through, so that'll be 8 total damage. So I'll have 8 6-ups. And I'm going to have passed 2 of those, so I will take 6 damage. He'll be at 10 wounds.
So for my scoring here, no battle shock to take. I really needed the shooting to go better between the 2 phases of shooting into the Mega Boss. But that's how it goes. The hero phase shooting especially needed to go better. I didn't get any mortal wounds through on that. So that means that the Mega Boss with some healing from the Fix and Beat and Heroic Recovery is probably going to come in pretty strong here along with all his friends. But I did score 3 for my Ferocious Advance, and I got 1 for objectives, so that's going to be a total of 4 points for me. And we've got Ironjaws bottom of 1.
For my battle tactic this round, I'm also going to take Ferocious Advance. I'm going to pick my unit of Brutes and the 2 War Chantas to either side. For my heroic action, I'm going to attempt to heal the Mega Boss. He only has a bravery of 8. Seen this fail quite a few times. Just made it D3. He'll heal 3 back. That's very good.
My heroic action here is going to be attempting to get a command point with the Knight Draconis on a 4-up. And got it.
And then into my hero phase, the first thing I'm going to do is try Fix and Beat with my dark blue War Chanta. It's on a 3-up. I'm not going to get that. Unfortunately, that will just keep him tabled, so his movement will only be 8. Still very good, but I was hoping to get him all the way there. I'm going to put Violent Fury from the yellow War Chanta onto my unit of blue pigs, and I am going to put Violent Fury from my blue War Chanta onto my Mega Boss. The Mega Boss is then going to spend a command point to Mighty Destroyers. Since he gets to pick 2 other units, he's going to put it on himself and then the Rogue Idol and the unit of blue pigs. I'm going to do my once a game fast and 8-inch hero phase move with the Mega Boss as well. I really need to guarantee that he gets in here. Into my normal movement. I have put my Rogue Idol, my Mega Boss, and my pigs into a good position to charge. Then I've taken all the other objectives and moved up my War Chantas, hopefully to be in a position to buff up the second unit of charging when I get that double turn. I'm going to go into my shooting right here. The Mega Boss has 4 shots. These will hit on 2s. He's going to shoot into the Stormbreak Guard. And then wounding on 3s. Just 1.
At what rend?
Negative 1.
Negative 1 puts the Stormbreak on a 4-up. And they'll fail that?
It's just 1.
Okay.
Before my charges, I'm going to clear my Wa. That will give all my units +1 to charge and +1 rend for the round. So I'm going to start my charges with my most important charge, I would say, is my Rogue Idol. He's going to get in on a 13. I'm going to slide him. See with him.
Yep. Alright, I will unleash hell on him with the Vanguard Raptors. All 6 of them are going to be in range here, so it's going to be 12 shots on 4s and 2s. And I'll use the Draconis' command point for that. That is going to be 2 mortal wounds. And 5 at -2.
The 5 at -2 will be 6-ups. He did not make any of those, so we're talking about 12 mortals.
12 damage, yep.
So 12 5-ups. He's gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. Then we're gonna attempt the charge from the Mega Boss. He's gonna get in on a 12. With Mighty Bulk, even though these guys aren't monster or hulking brute, on a 2-up he'll do D3 to the Stormbreak Guard. No, he won't. And then the pigs, I'm gonna get in on a 7. 3 3-ups from the. I'm gonna get 2 from the Gorgruntas. The Gorgruntas have a 3-up charge. They did 2 mortal wounds, but you're gonna have a 5-up.
Sure, 5-up ward for Gardas. So that is 1 dead Liberator.
I am going to first attempt to roar with my Mega Boss at Stormbreak Guard. That will happen on 6.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the Raptors, so I need a 2-up.
This is a stomp?
Yes. D3. 4, 3.
Okay. 3 mortal wounds onto the Raptors.
And then your turn.
The Stormbreak Guard are going to roar at the Mega Boss on a 3-up. Got it.
I'm going to attack first with the Rogue Idol. It's crucial for me here to take off as many Raptors as I can. He will be able to reach them with his first profile, but unfortunately the second will go into the Stormbreak Guard.
Definitely a mistaken positioning here for me. Alright, I'm going to all-out defense on the Raptors here.
So the Boulder Fist, I really need these to go off 2s and 2s. That's going to be 2 hits, 2 wounds at -3 round because of the Wa.
So at -3, they are going to be on 6-ups with their all-out defense. And I'll fill both of those.
D6 damage apiece for a total of 5.
Okay. And that's going to kill 3 more Raptors.
Then I'm going to have 10 attacks with the Stomping Feet into the Stormbreak Guard. These are going to hit on 2s and wound on 3s. All are going to hit. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds at -3.
5 at -3 on the Stormbreak, 6-ups. Gonna make one of those.
So that is going to be a total of 8 damage.
8 damage. That is going to just finish off this dragon. So I've got 10 dice exploding back from the Stormdrake Guard here into the Rogue Idol. And on 6s, I'll do mortal wounds back. That is going to be 1 mortal wound back.
I'll have a 5 up after save. Nope.
Okay. And that'll be applied at the end of the phase. I will then activate with the Stormdrake Guard here and put all the attacks into the Mega Boss.
The Mega Boss has been roared at, so I cannot do anything.
This is going to be 7 attacks with the Warblade on 3s and 3s. Total of 5 through there at -1.
This is going to be 5 4-ups. He's going to pass 2 damage.
1 damage each.
He's going to be at 10 wounds.
Okay. And then the Fangs of Talons on 3s and 3s. Got 2 hits. 2 at -2.
This will be 2 5-ups.
That could be 2 damage.
Is that everything?
Yep.
So I'm going to have 5 6-ups for the Armor of Gork. I made 1 of them, or 2 of them. 2. He's going to take 3 damage and he'll be at 10 wounds. I'm then going to swing with my pit. I am going to spend a command point to give them all-out attack. So these 10 attacks will be hitting on 2s and wounding on 3s. All but 1 are going to hit. But only 4 are going to wound at -3.
4 at -3 on the Liberators are going to be 6-ups. And going to make 1 of those.
That's going to be 6 damage.
6 damage. 6 5-ups from Gardas. And going to make 1 of those, so that is 5 damage going through. That is going to kill 2 Liberators and put a wound on another. They've got a chance to explode. So 4 dice on 6s. No mortal wounds back.
Then each of the mounts is going to attack. They have 4 attacks apiece. And these are going to hit on 2s and wound on 3s. It's going to be 5 at 1 rend because of the WA.
Okay, 5 at 1 rend. These are going to be on 4s. And I'm going to save 1 of those.
That's going to be 8 damage.
Okay, 8 5-ups. And that unit is going to die to the wound. So both of them are going to have a chance to explode on 6s. That is going to be 1 mortal wound back into the face.
I then have my Mega Boss. Yeah, he has the Armor of Gork, so he'll be intrinsically +1 to hit. He is tabled at 10 wounds, so his Mighty Fist and Tail will only have 7 attacks. His first profile is going to have 7. These are going to hit on 2s. And wound on 3s. 3 at -2 rend.
3 at -2 are going to be 5s. And made none of those.
That's going to be 9 damage.
9 damage. That is a dead Stormdrake, so on 10 dice coming back. That will be 1 mortal wound into the Maw Crusher.
6 up. I will pass that, and I will gain a wound at the end of the combat phase. Also at the end of the combat phase, because I'm in Bloodtoofs, I'm going to, with the Bloodtoofs special ability, Hunt and Crush, I'm going to attempt to make a charge into these Stormdrake Guard, or potentially any other hero that they can get into. They are still +1 from the WA because my turn has not ended. They're going to get in on a 9. I'm then going to do my my impact hits from the Gorgruntas. I'm going to put them all into the unit of Stormbreak Guards. Each of them can do it on 3-ups. Just 1.
Right, 1 mortal wound to the Stormbreaks. They've got 5 up from Gardas, and they'll pass it.
So at the end of my turn, I will have completed my battle tactic for 2 points. I control all the objectives, so I will get another 2, 3, 4. So in addition to the points I scored in the first round, I will receive an extra point for having killed a monster. Felt really good about how the turn went. I was able to take off some of the Raptors, which are the prime issue with this army, as well as get rid of 1 unit of Stormdrake Guard, which always feels good. I am pretty banged up from the effort, but I do have a lot of pigs in reserve.
Yeah, definitely a rough turn for me. Definitely a positioning mistake with the long strikes. I needed to get them back half an inch further or so. I underestimated how narrow the Rogue Idol surfboard was at its tip, and it was able to get in between the dragons and just get in range on the long strikes, and that definitely cost me there.
So this party, I'll feel excellent if I can get the double here.
I do have a battle shock check to make with the Raptors, but I'll spend a command point to auto pass that.
Sure.
Priority roll into round 2. And I got a 4 to your 1, so I will be taking it, otherwise I'll just be dead here. So we'll have Stormcast top of round 2. If you want to figure out where the prime objective is.
Yep, again, 1 on my left-hand side, 6 on the far side. It's going to be all the way over on my far left-hand side.
For my battle tactic here, I'm going to take Slay the Warlord and designate the Mega Boss on Maw Crusher, of course. For my heroic action, I am going to attempt to get a command point with my Knight Draconis, and fail to do so.
I am going to attempt... I'm going to try to get a command point from the Mega Boss. I will not.
Also, at the start of the hero phase, I'm going to attempt to rally the Raptors, so I'm going to spend 1 command point for that. So 4 Raptors looking for 6s, and will not get any of those. Into the hero phase proper, my Knight Draconis is going to attempt the Thunder Shock spell. Got that on a 7. Because he is Draconic keyworded, this is going to be all units within 18 inches. So that's going to be an attempt on the Mega Boss, on the Rogue Idol, and on the Gorgruntas here. On a 3-up, the Mega Boss is -1 to wound, the Rogue Idol is -1 to wound, and the Gorgruntas are -1 to wound. Then going to attempt a prayer with the Lord Relictor. This is going to be a translocate, and got it on a 3, needed a 2 up there. Going to translocate the unit of Stormdrake Guard here. And I'm going to translocate them back here, just outside of 9 inches. And this is going to seem a little bit awkward. That translocate was really to get them out of combat without having to retreat. Then going to use the Stormdrake Guards once per game hero phase move to move them into a position where they're going to be able to shoot at your Mega Boss.
Yep.
The Knight Draconis will then issue the once per game hero phase shoot to the Stormdrake Guard, and they're going to put their shots into your Mega Boss. So it's going to be 2 shots. That is going to be D6 mortal wounds and no mortal wounds. So D6 mortal wounds, that is going to be 6 mortal wounds into the Mega Boss.
This is going to be 6 6-ups. Made 1. So I'll take 5.
Into the movement phase then. My movement phase here, I'm still heavily bottled up. I just moved to the Stormbreak so that they could all get shots on these monsters that they're going to be locked in combat with. Moved the Draconis so that he's going to be able to go forward and fight and hopefully get onto that objective with a nice charge. And then I'm just going to have to shoot my way out of this problem. So the Stormbreak Guard are going to put their shots into the Mega Boss on Mock Crusher.
Even though these are mortal wounds, I still get the benefit of he survives these, getting 2 uses out of his command point. So he is going to spend the command point to get +1 to save.
Okay, all out defense there.
All defense.
Alright, so 2 rolls on the breath into the Mega Boss. That is going to be 2d3 mortal wounds. Going to be 2 mortal wounds.
2 6-ups. He will pass neither. He will have 2 wounds left.
The Raptors are going to put their 4 shots into the Mega Boss as well. So these are going to be on 3s and 2s. That is 2 mortal wounds from the 6. And that is going to be 2 at -2.
This is going to be 2 4-ups to begin with. I'm not going to make either of those. Then I'm going to have 6. Or is it 8?
6.
6 I need to make a whole bunch. And I will not. That is a dead Mega Boss.
Unfortunate there that I didn't get the kill with the monsters, but I didn't want to take the chance and getting him dead in the shooting phase is ultimately better for me. The Knight Draconis is then going to shoot at the Rogue Idol, and that is going to be nothing. Gardas has some shots as well, but he retreated, so he's not going to be able to take those. And with that, we can get into the charge phase. The Knight Draconis is going to attempt to charge, and he's got a 5-inch charge. Then I'll attempt to charge with the Stormbreak Guard, and with an 11, they are getting into the Rogue Idol. No other charges to make, so at the end of the charge phase, a couple of monstrous actions. The Stormbreak Guard are going to Titanic Duel the Rogue Idol,
And you get both.
and the Knight Draconis is going to roar at the Gorgruntus. On a 3-up. Nope.
Yeah, I'm going to roar at the Stormdrake Guard. And that will go off.
I'll attack first with the Stormdrake Guard here. They're going to put all their attacks into the Rogue Idol, obviously. One of them has the Lance, and the Prime has the Sword.
I'm going to spend all defense on the Rogue Idol. He's a totem, so he can do it to himself.
Sure. So I've got 3 attacks with the Lance here. These are going to be on 2s because of the Titanic Duel, and 3s. All of them hit. And only 2 of them wound at -2.
These will be 5-ups. I made neither damage.
2 damage each.
That's 3 so far. He's at 12.
And then 7 attacks from the Warblade. All of them hit. These are also on 2s and 3s. And that is going to be 6 at -1.
This will be 6 4-ups. I'm going to have made 4 of those, so 2 will get through.
1 damage each.
It will be 2 5-ups. 1 will go through.
Okay, and then the claws. These are also going to be on 2s and 3s. That is going to be 4 at -2.
This will be 4 5-ups. Made 3. 1 goes through.
2 damage.
2 5-ups. Both will go through. He's going to get 15.
And he's got how many left?
1.
Okay.
I'm going to activate with my Gorgruntas into the Knight Draconis.
I will spend a command point for all-out defense.
And I will spend a command point for all-out attack. So the first profile will be 10 attacks. These will be hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s. Just 3 at -2.
3 at -2 are going to be with the all-out defense on 4-ups. So I'm going to save 2 of those.
It's just 2 damage.
2 damage, 2 5-ups from Gardas. Going to make 1 of those, and he'll take 1.
I then have 12 from my mounts. This will also be on 2s and 4s. That will be 6 that will go through at no rend.
6 at no rend are going to be on 2-ups. And I will fail 2 of those.
4 damage.
4 5-ups. Going to make 1 of those, going to take 3 more. I'll then activate with the Knight Draconis into the Gordrentus. He's going to have 5 attacks with the Aeon Fire Blade. These are going to be on 3s and 2s. That is 3 at -3.
Those are going to go straight through.
2 damage each, so 6 damage total. And then 4 3s and 3s with the Fangs and Talons. That is going to be 2 at -2.
2 6-ups.
Nope. 2 damage each.
It will be another 4.
After the Knight Draconis activates, he is going to attempt to drag the remaining pig into the Tempest. That will... He needs to beat the unit, the model's wounds characteristic on 1 die. So it's a 5 wound model. He needs a 6 here. Nope.
Rogue Idol is very, very tabled. And he is -1 to wound. His first profile, the Boulder Fist, will be 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s. 1. Nope. And then he'll only have 4 attacks with the second profile. These will be hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. Nope. He whiffed. Because you're locked in combat with the Rogue Idol, he's got some falling boulders on a 4-up. He'll do a mortal wound to the Stormbreaker. Nope.
And that is the end of the combat phase.
I do owe you a battle shock. I'm out of command points, and I lost 2 pigs. So on a 5 or a 6, my leader will die. He is okay.
I completed my battle tactic here, but I didn't complete it with a monster because it was the Raptors that killed the Mega Boss, and I don't control any objectives. I'm not on any of them right now. I also get 1 point for killing a monster. Definitely falling well behind on the point struggle.
Into my turn 2 for my battle tactic, I'm going to take Savage Spearhead. And then for my heroic action, I don't get a command point because my general is dead, so I'm going to attempt from the War Chant to roll for a 2-up. And I will get 1 command point.
Okay. I will attempt to get a command point with my Knight Draconis on a 4-up. Nope. Also at the start of the hero phase, I will attempt to rally with the Raptors. 4 have died, looking for 6s. And I'm going to get 1 of them back.
In my hero phase, I am going to use Violent Fury from my yellow War Chanta onto the unit of right-hand pigs with the Pig Iron Choppas, and I'm going to use the Violent Fury from the blue War Chanta onto my central unit of pigs. Still in my hero phase, I'm going to have 2 Mighty Destroyers, my central unit of pigs. They are going to move 9. That is going to be my only command point for the round. Into my movement phase. don't have any shooting into charges. I'm gonna first attempt my charge with my unit of Gorgruntas with the pig choppers. We're gonna get an 8. One 3 up. No more wounds. The other unit of Gorgruntas will attempt to strike. I'm gonna get in on an 8.
And I failed my command point roll this turn, so I'm not able to unleash hell here. Or I was also not able to redeploy earlier.
For my monstrous action, I'm going to try to roar at the unit of Stormcast Guard from Rogue Idol. It will not go off.
That unit of Stormcast Guard locked in combat with the Rogue Idol is going to Titanic Duel the Rogue Idol again. And the Knight Draconis is going to attempt to stomp on the unit of Gorgruntas he's in combat with, and does so for 1 more wound.
I'm going to start my attacks with the Gorgruntas that are all the way on the left-hand side. The 2 pigs closest to the Raptors are going to put all their attacks into the Raptors, and the one that's further away that doesn't have the ability to do that will attack into the Stormcast Guard. These will be hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Just 3 at -2.
3 at -2 on the Raptors are going to be 6-ups. And they are just in range for Gardas' ward, so that's 6 damage, right?
Yep.
5-ups. And that is going to do 5 damage to them. That's going to kill 2, and they've got chances to explode here on 6s. No damage yet. And the remaining attacks there in the Raptors?
Yep. These will be 3s and 3s. That's going to be 5 at no end.
5 at no end are 4-ups. And I'm going to fail 2 of those.
4 damage.
4 5-ups. And that is the unit.
I still have the pig that's attacking into the Stormcast Guard. This will be 3 attacks, 3s and 3s. Not great. And then his pony. 3 times. And wound twice. No run.
2 at no end are 3-ups. Failed 1.
2 damage.
Okay. They will take 2.
Smashing and bashing will go off, so I will pile in with my other unit of pigs. I don't mind if I drag in these liberators. They're not my primary concern. Pig iron choppers hit a little different. They don't have the amount of rend that the others do, but they have more attacks. So this is going to be all 13 attacks going into your Knight Draconis. So this will be 3s and 3s. That's going to be 6 at -1.
6 at -1 on the Draconis is going to be 4-ups. And he is going to fail 4 of those.
It's going to be 8 damage.
Sure. 8 5-ups from Gardas. And going to make 3 of those. Going to take 5 damage.
Then the ponies will be 3s and 3s. Not great. Will be 5 at Norend.
5 at Norend are going to be 3-ups. And going to fail 3 of those.
6 damage.
So 6 5-ups. And he is dead. He's got 12 dice coming back to attempt to do some mortal wounds. And that is going to be 2 mortal wounds back into the pigs at the end of the phase.
Smash and Bashing will go off again. I believe I have an extremely weakened Rogue Idol going into this 2 Stormdrake Guard. First one will be 2 attacks hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s. Nope. And then he will have 4 attacks, 3s and 4s. So just 1 at -2.
1 at -2 is going to be a 5-up, and made. I will then activate with the Stormdrake Guard. And so the Prime with the Warblade is going to put all the attacks into the pigs, and the one with the Lance is going to go into the Rogue Idol. So 3 attacks with the Lance, not on the charge. These are going to be 2s and 3s because of the Titanic Duel. 2 hits. And 1 wound at -3. -1.
And this is going to Rogue Idol.
Yes.
So this will be a 5-up. Nope, damage.
1 damage.
5-up. Nope, he's dead. Before you leave play, all units within 3 on a 4-up can take D3 mortal wounds, including mine. We'll start with mine. Yes, D3 for 2, and then your Stormdrake Guard. Nope.
Then have 6 attacks from the Prime here with his Warblade into the pigs. These are going to be on 3s and 3s. And that is 4 at -1.
This will be 4 5-ups. I made 3. 1 goes
1 damage. And then the claws. Also 3s and 3s. That's going to be 2 at -2.
2 6-ups. Made 1.
2 damage. So a total of 3 there. That's going to kill 1 pig. My Liberators can also activate. They're going to pile in. Going to have 3 here in with hand weapons. That's going to be 6 total attacks on 3s and 4s. 3 hits. No wounds. And then the Grand Hammer is going to be on 3s and 3s. 2 hits. This is the Prime actually, so it gets 1 more attack with it. So that's just going to be 1 at -1.
5-up. Nope. Damage.
2 damage. At the end of the combat phase, then, the pigs are not within range of the objective for the Liberators to do mortal wounds to them. So that's going to be it for the combat phase.
I do owe 2 battle shocks here. I can lose a pig on a 6 on either. I'm going to start with the unit that's fighting the Stormdrake Guard. They are okay. And the unit fighting the Liberators, they are okay as well. I scored the Prime. I control all of the objectives for 4. I completed my battle tactic for another 2, which will bring me to 6, and I killed a monster, so I'll score 7 points that turn.
Bring you to 14 to my 7. And we'll have a priority roll for round 3. And I lose it, and you're taking the turn?
Yeah.
Alright, I will concede. Good game, Justin.
Good game.
Rough one. Getting the Raptors in range of your pile-in, your attack with the Rogue Idol was obviously a big mistake in round 1.
Do you feel like that was too much of a gotcha?
No. But I just should have been a little bit more careful with measuring that. I felt like the width of his base was going to keep it bubbled out there, and it didn't. I needed to be more careful there. But ultimately, what I think really decided things is that I put everything that I had turn 1 into your Mega Boss and just kind of fluffed it.
Yeah. You didn't do nearly enough damage to really inflict anything serious on him, so...
Yeah, I was hoping to at least do enough damage so that if I didn't kill him, he was going to be real slow, but he still had that 8-inch move.
Yeah. Yeah, the Rogue Idol did some work I liked. His 3-inch reach is valuable for just a case where someone doesn't have a great screen.
Yeah.
Reaching over like that's really nice. And then just continually being able to pin Nick back with movement and control the objectives. Maybe if we play this out, Nick could end up tabling me, but he's going to be so far behind in points at a certain point that I just don't think there's any coming back.
I think with you having the turn here, I'd probably just die. I think you kill the Liberators on that side. You take off one of the Stormbreak here, and then you just keep coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was fully set on taking the first turn when we came into the game, but when Nick deployed, I think strategically way back in the corner, it forced me to not waste. I would have essentially wasted the first turn, maybe got in with one group of pigs into the Liberators, and then enabled Nick to have a double. At that point, I knew that I was going to have to Finest Hour the Mega Boss, and just hope that what happened, where Nick fluffs some rolls and I make some saves, and he stays alive long enough to move everything and then really bury Nick in his own deployment. So
we've mathed it out a couple times on the long strikes going into the Mega Boss, and it's relatively close to a coin flip about whether the double shooting with all-out attack and then all-out defense on the Mega Boss is or is not going to take out that Mega Boss on Maw Crusher. It's very close to a coin flip. I think with the Armor of Gork, it tilts a little bit in the Mega Boss's favor, but it can really go either way.
I feel like I made a slight misplay. I was really thinking about what to do in the turn 2, and I was thinking about making him a wizard. I should have just tried to heal him more. I mean, you again kind of fluffed your hits, and he could have possibly stayed alive on like one wound just to really make your life a nightmare.
Sure.
But I can't complain. That's about as ideal as it can go. The one advantage I feel like I have in this is that I do have more wounds, but losing the Mega Boss is such a game ender that it's really going to always be a coin flip.
This is really the strength of Ironjaws that you see here, though. All the way across the table, there is nowhere that's safe on the board, and they're kicking your teeth in turn 1 if they want to be, or as soon as you leave an opening, they're going to be able to capitalize on it. And they just do they hit different, right? They do damage in a way that other armies don't.
Yep, for sure.
Especially when you kick that Y and you've got a lot of Ren 3, Ren 2. The only real comparable hammer in the game, it feels like, are Fulminators right now.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't have the saves, so they do die, which kind of is the one thing that balances Ironjaws off, is that they will frequently be tabled, but they're trying to take off enough materials of the opponent early and build a point lead early that it's just a war of attrition. And
really the way to beat Ironjaws is with heavy screens, multiple layers of screens, and a list like this with the dragons, with just 10 liberators as bodyguards out there, doesn't have what you need to be able to weather that.
So I hope if I see any Stormcast, I can get the same kind of luck. I feel like I'm not gonna say it was all luck, but I did get lucky that Nick fluffed some rolls, and if I can have the dice gods smile on me a bit this weekend, I never complain about that.
Yeah, and I like this list going to the tournament. I think you're going to do well with it. The 1-drop, which is not a lot of Ironjaws lists run a 1-drop, because as soon as you go 1-drop, you can't have that second Maw Crusher, which is costly to not have that second Maw Crusher. But I think the 1-drop does give you a lot of interesting play into matchups that you might not be favored in, because being able to give the turn and dictate that turn order in matchups where you can afford it, and then capitalize on a double. There is no army that capitalizes on a double like the Ironjaws do. So
yeah, and wave after wave with pigs is still just super strong in the game.
Yeah, they bumped the points on them as they needed to, but they're still really, really good. Effectively, you lost 3 pigs or so out of this list.
Yeah. As always, we appreciate you guys watching. We'll be getting back to the tournament with our next few videos. I also have a treat. I was able to secure an amazing set of terrain from our friends in Oklahoma. I believe it's Fred, but I will definitely give him a shout out in the next game, and hopefully have a bit of a spooky setup next time we play.
Looking forward to it. I've seen pictures and it looks great. So it'll be nice to add even more variety to our games, to our terrain here. So thanks everybody who stuck around and watched me get my butt kicked by the pigs here. And we appreciate you watching. We appreciate the comments. Like and subscribe if you liked the video. And we'd be happy if you joined the Discord and joined our conversation. And we'll, like I said at the beginning, I'll make sure to have our tournament results there for the people who are going to the Columbus Brewhammer event. And wish them all the best of luck.
Thanks, guys.